All right. Well, welcome to K Squared. I am your co-host, Kyle,
And I'm Kyle.
and this is K Squared.
Perfect. We got it. I love it, man. All right. On the board today, things that we're going to discuss. First one is what is something that you know is lazy, but you do it anyways? And I feel like I know what your answer is going to be.
I think you know too, because you lived with me for a little while.
Yep.
So I think you already know where this is going to go, and it's not going to change because it's not changed since I've been here with Brandon either. Something that I know is lazy, but I'm going to keep doing it is the fact that I live out of the dryer. All my clothes stay in the dryer all the time.
Oh man. Yeah.
And I blame it on Brandon because when we first lived together, he was like, "Oh, well, I'll wash those later," and I was like, "Oh, so I can get away with this with you." And then it just carried over. The same thing happened when I lived with Bill and them, and then I moved in with you, and you were always like, "Kyle, can you get your stuff out of the dryer?" And I was like, "Sure."
Well, the reason that I was like, I still think I was pretty good with you as far as like not like being like, oh, get your stuff out of the dryer. I just do laundry all the time. I feel like I'm a little bit obsessive with it because like I'm even one of those people that like I'll wear a pair of pants, like even if it's blue jeans, which like nobody washes blue jeans, but even if it's blue jeans, I'll wear them one time and then I'll wash them because I'm
Mhm.
over clean with like stuff like that.
Well, cleanliness is next to managerliness.
Managerliness.
Where's that from?
I don't know. Is that from The Office or something?
No, you disappoint me.
I know. Typically, I know the reference. What is it?
It's from SpongeBob.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that is very disappointing. That's such a
Yeah.
good show.
But
Um,
yeah, mine is definitely living. It's very lazy just to like live and pick clothes out of the more. I'll turn it on and like let it heat up. That way it doesn't wrinkle or unwrinkle again. And then plop it on. I'm like, okay, good to go for the day. So
yeah,
that's my lazy piece that I'm
living
gonna
out of the dryer pretty much.
yeah.
Yeah. So I have definitely done that as well. So I can't really knock you too much. I feel like I do it more now that I live by myself and I know that no one else is coming behind me.
Right.
Um, I think the other thing that I am super lazy on, and I honestly hate that I do this, but it feels so good doing it. Hitting snooze a million times.
Mm.
Like I will set my alarm for like 6 a.m. and I will not actually wake up until 7 o'clock because I'll hit snooze. Like, 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes. And I just keep doing it over and over again. I'm like, oh, I wish I could stop, but I'm like addicted to it right
You're
now.
addicted to hitting the snooze
There needs to
button.
be an Alcoholics Anonymous for like snoozers anonymous.
Snoozer Anonymous, yeah. The essay.
Hi,
But
I'm Kyle, and I have a snooze problem.
hi, Kyle.
Hi, Kyle.
I can't necessarily relate to that because, like, I wake up at 6 to my first alarm,
Yeah,
and then what's the same process every morning? I wake up at 6, I get up immediately out of the bed, go brush my teeth, throw my scrubs on, but then the thing that I do is I will go back into the bed as soon as I'm like dressed and ready to go and like snooze or I guess set like a 30-minute alarm and then wake up immediately after.
man, I feel like that's hard to like go back to it.
Oh no,
At least
because
already,
I'm so tired and I'm like, bam, back on the pillow, I'm out.
man, that's wild.
It's only like a 5-minute process because I mean obviously I ain't got no hair or anything to
Yeah,
do. I like brush my teeth, put deodorant on, uh then come in, I've already got my scrubs laid out for the morning. I throw them on, and then boom, I'm back in the bed. So I don't even have time to like wake up.
yeah. Jeez, man, that's wild. I mean, I again like do the whole snooze thing. I am definitely, and I will say this too. That's the one good thing about having like long hair. It's not as crazy. Like no, for real. Like before, when I've had shorter hair in the past, you can't do stuff like that.
Like it'll cowlick up and
Yep,
stuff.
yep. So like I'll take a shower like the night before, and then I just roll out of bed and go to work. But in the past, I would definitely have to like wake up and shower every morning because my hair was so short. It'd be all kinds of crazy looking. So I'd be like, all right, well, gotta take a shower because I don't have the ability to make the stupid thing lay down.
Right.
Um,
Well, it's been a while since I've had a cow lick,
I
so
know, right? Oh man, but yeah, the I'll go. I'm gonna give you another one because I've also thought of that, and I think you share this one too. Man, I can nap pretty much any time. I don't know what it is about napping, but it is super sweet.
now
Be,
you're
especially
talking about
here,
language.
I will be like sitting in that chair of mine, the one that's like a little bit wider. It's almost like as wide as a love seat.
Right.
I'll be sitting in that chair and like lean over and put my head on the armrest, and I'll be out
Hmm.
so quickly.
Yeah, Brandon gives me a hard time here, because I will come in as soon as work's over, and I'll take a nap here on the couch, or I'll go in my room. If there's a pillow on the floor, I'd probably take a nap there. I
There you
mean,
go.
I'm right there with you. I love to nap, and it was funny. One time I was napping in here, and I just finished. I looked like an alcoholic or something, but like to pickles, because
Yeah.
I had a jar of pickles that was empty sitting next to me, and I
Yeah.
was asleep with the blanket over my head.
I remember Brandon sending that. And I thought that was hysterical. Did you eat all the pickles and then just pass
No,
out on the couch?
not all. Well, I mean, there wasn't a ton left, but
Oh
I
my
did
goodness.
finish off the
Okay.
pickles and then drink the pickle juice, and I got real cozy and
Oh my
just
gosh. I love
flopped
it.
on and took a nap, and it was great.
Yeah. The only thing that would have made it funnier is if it was like I ate an entire jar of pickles and then passed out on the couch.
Have a stroke right then and there. I
Oh,
mean, there was like two or three, like they were the smaller pickles. They weren't necessarily the big old in the big jar. It was like,
pickles. Yeah.
yeah,
Or
the little one, not the,
elastic or whatever they are.
yeah. You got to
Um,
get the kosher ones though. If you don't
oh
get
yeah.
kosher, they
Are not
taste
are
weird.
not all pickles kosher?
Apparently not, because I got some the other day that tasted like absolute garbage, and I was like, these taste like they're old or rancid or something. And I was like, what are? And it just said dill pickles. It didn't say kosher dill pickles. So, fun fact for all the people out there that are pickle fans, make sure to get the kosher ones, not just the regular dills, because
Yeah,
it
somebody in
tastes.
the comments, please tell me the difference between kosher and non-kosher pickles because I would like to know that.
Yeah,
Um,
you have to. Everything's kosher around here.
yeah, for the three people who watched our video. All
Love
right,
you,
so
baby.
moving on, going to the next one. We've talked about this in the past, but if you were going to learn a language, what language would you like to learn?
If I was gonna learn a language, most applicable to where I am right now, I would absolutely learn how to speak Spanish.
Okay.
Because I feel like that covers a lot of the area of where we're at. Like especially as you go further south, you've got a lot more like Spanish speaking folks. And I feel like that would be a lot more useful, especially working in healthcare, to be able to be like, oh well, let me just go ahead and
Yeah.
talk to you in this language instead of having to get an interpreter in the whole 9 yards. So I'd say Spanish would be my pick if I was to be like, what's most applicable. Now, if I was to pick something random that I feel like would just be fun to know and be like, oh, hey, fun fact, I can speak this language. I'd probably pick like Mandarin Chinese
Really? Okay.
or Cantonese, something that not a lot of people speak. But if you found somebody that did, they'd be like, what's this white boy doing speaking Cantonese? That's what I'd like to do is like impress people who actually speak the language.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, how do you speak this so well?
Yeah.
So
That's
those are my picks.
See, I was expecting you to go a different direction because in the past you'd definitely be like, "Oh yeah, French is like one of the prettiest languages," and I was just like,
It is a pretty language.
"Yeah,
Spanish is pretty too, I think.
yeah."
I know
Um,
you hate the French language though, so
I don't hate the French language. I just like, I don't know. It's probably just like the American in me, where it's like, I don't know. I'm sure if I was around somebody who like spoke French, it'd be fine, but it's just, I think it's been kind of like made fun of in movies and stuff. So I like have that brainwashing going on.
I know that you love some movies too.
Yes, I
So
do. I hate to be like bored. Well, okay. Since you said Spanish, I'll do something different. I definitely think Spanish would be a great language to learn, and I have family members who are or who speak Spanish.
Yeah, because isn't your sister-in-law, she speaks Spanish?
Yeah, she's a Venezuelan.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Aunt Andrea, is that right? Did I remember?
you got it.
Bam, nail on the head.
Man, good memory. You can meet her sometime, dude.
Sometimes.
It would be a fun experience for sure. But yeah, I think Spanish would be great to learn. But another one that has been popping up lately has been sign language. I think it would be cool to learn sign language just because kind of the same situation. You don't want to like have to use an interpreter. But I think, and this is going to be a dumb question, but I feel like that's a universal thing that you can like go across all countries and everything and learn.
Right. I mean, apparently, I don't know. I know it's like they have ASL, like American Sign Language.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have like other language sign language or if like American Sign Language is like standard or
Yeah.
what, but
That was kind of what I was thinking too. I was also like, I feel like that's just a universal thing where they just have like one sign language. But I mean, I don't know how you could have like American Sign Language and then like, I don't know,
French Sign Language.
or something.
Yeah. Well, never mind.
You're like, I don't want to go into this story.
Let's not go down that rabbit hole.
Let's do an off-camera story.
Yeah, because that one might get you in trouble.
Yeah, for real. You gotta be careful. All right. Well, I believe that is it, unless you got anything else to add to this one. We'll just do those two topics tonight.
No, I'd say that those are good.
Cool. All right. Well, for anyone that is watching, feel free to comment, give us some ideas that we can use in the future, or if there's a topic you would like us to talk about, put it in the comments and we'll definitely look into and give you credit for sharing an idea. Other than that, like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.
Toodaloo.